All right. So
Wow, wasn't ready. Didn't hear a
anyway,
one, Riku.
so we were last here. What the party consisting of Yashua and Dreva got done during their time was that Mel and Dreva finally had that talk that Dreva had mentioned a week prior, and it was more or less, hey, show me how strong you are. And they had the little fight, and it was from there that Dreva finally and fully made up her mind to join the party and give the whole adventuring gig a shot again. And from there, Yashua had a nice little chat with Barkeep in the forest when they all started their quest, and he was able to clear his head up a bit. Since then, it has been nearly 2 weeks since the party went on and had those special moments. And currently, it is a day prior to the party finally moving on and continuing with their quest. And the scene opens up. It's about midday, about 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon in the village. And Yashua, Drell? Wow, that was an accident. Yashua, Dreva, and Mel
Rel.
are taking a nice stroll around the village, just double checking and seeing if there's any last minute purchases that they need to make, because in the following day, in the morning, they will be leaving. Alright.
Uh, question.
Potential
Poker.
answer.
Yo,
Is your screen displaying the village?
we're in the bar now.
Okay.
Okay.
I was confused there for a
I
second.
need to move the player thingy. Now you guys are in the village.
Back to Twilight Town. Alright. Everything. Alright. Dreva, you got everything you need?
For the most part, yeah. I don't think there's anything else I need to buy, but it wouldn't help just in case. I know the other day I bought a lot of potions and medical supplies, and did I buy food?
Oh, I got food covered.
Okay, so we've got supplies, we've got food. Um Mel, did you buy those camping sets I asked you to get?
Mayhap not.
You might want to go do that.
Fuck. Okay, I'll go do that. Did I? No, I didn't. I don't think I did. I don't remember doing it. Well, I'm gonna go do that. How do I do that?
Well, I guess we're going shopping anyway. Come on, guys. And Mel chuckles at her own forgetfulness as Dreva kind of side eyes her like, come on, man, we asked you to do this already. But that aside, the party is now in the shop area.
I just shrugged. Well, I'll let you two deal with the camping equipment. It was something that's been bothering me lately.
Okay. I'm going to go buy the shopping stuff while Miss Forgetful here just does whatever, I guess.
I'm gonna go to Greg.
Dreva twists on her heel and gets to stepping.
Oh, poker, we had the same idea. I wanted to talk to Greg too.
Why, hello there, my friends. It's been quite some time, even though I just saw you yesterday. How goes it?
Well, there's something that's been on my mind lately.
Yes?
Riku, remind me, was it Tyr or Fiend that used the rifle?
Fiend.
Fiend, okay. What was it, like a week ago, a couple days ago when we had the sparring match?
Yeah. At this point in time, it's been about a week or two and some change.
Okay. Right. So a week ago or so, I had a friendly sparring match with Theme and what was
Tyr?
that pretty girl's name again? Tyr. And forgive me, I'm very forgetful with names. We had a sparring match, and I noticed Theme using very particular ammunition types, and I was wondering if there is any way for me to get those ammunition types as well.
Well, I hate to be the bearer of nearly impossible purchases, but the ammunition that she used were commissioned, so to say.
Commissioned?
Yeah, well, as you know, being a merchant, I have very many contacts in the world of business and whatnot. And she put in a special request that I myself could not fulfill, but an associate of mine in a neighboring city was able to do at the snap of a finger. Literally.
Huh.
What I can do, though, is it's actually very convenient that you all are heading to the city where my associate resides. So if you will give me but a moment, he does a little flip where he stands, and suddenly he has a tombstone phone where his hand should be, but it's floating in front of him, and you can see keys being pressed as Greg's strangeness unnerves you just a little bit. Alright. I have sent the message to my dear friend Michael, pronounced exactly like that. Please do not say it any otherwise. He may likely will get upset.
Michael? Or Michael?
Michael.
Michael.
Yes.
I'll keep that in mind.
Think of... Okay, you know our green dragon bat companion over there, right? His name is Mike. Just add the word hail next to it, like a hailstorm.
Seems simple enough.
Yes, yes. So, when you get to Zterlha, granted you all find his shop because it is quite the conundrum to look for once you first get there. Show him this symbol and this picture of me, and he will immediately know what you're there for. As
Alright.
your tombstone, your phone and Mel's phone and Dreva's phone, they all buzz, and they suddenly have an image of Greg doing a balancing act with his hat as he stands on one of his face sparkles.
Well, everyone's phone vibrates. Mine doesn't vibrate because it's a holographic phone, so all you see is like some weird light effects going on the phone.
Okay.
What the hell? Oh.
As for the symbol, where did I put that thing? Ah, yes. He hands you a coin, and said coin has some illegible engravings on it, but in the center you can see what looks like a very small star on it. This will cover the payment of the commission. And, what else? Oh, do not feel, what is the word? Slighted or disrespected. He has a habit of not responding at times. So, as an example, the same way you and I have in this conversation, you could be very well talking at him for upwards of 5 or so minutes, and he may or may not respond a single time for
Sounds like someone
about
you know.
40 or so seconds. It takes him a while to process information when he isn't reading it on paper.
Okay. That's not really an issue.
Good, good. It's just a cautionary thing I do when I send customers his way. Because, whoo, lad. Well, that's a story for another time, but there was a time where a customer got, let's say, irrationally upset with him one time.
Well, guess the customer had a lack of patience then.
Oh, that they did. That they did. Ah, quickly, yes. As a departing gift, allow me to give you a ring. He reaches under the desk and he hands you and Mel a purple ring. He gives Mel two because he says to give this one to your red-eyed companion over there. These are gravitational manipulation rings. These may or may not prove useful to you in your quest from here on out.
May or may not. Say, gravitational rings. You say.
Mm-hmm.
How exactly does it affect gravity? Does it make you lighter when you equip it? Does it make you heavier?
Well, that is entirely up to you. You can very
Oh.
well choose to alter your own gravity. You can very well choose to alter the gravity of someone else. You can also choose to make a person weigh basically nothing. Or you can make the shirt on their body weigh about 999 tons if you wanted. The choice is yours and yours alone. However,
There-
I will say that it is a little taxing when you activate it. So do take care with that.
So it eats a lot of mana while you use it.
Yes.
Is it per activation or continuous use?
Every time you choose to activate it.
Oh, okay. Had me worried. If it was continuous use, I didn't know if I'll be able to use it properly then.
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all.
Huh. In that case... I just got a really fun idea. I say this in character.
Greg raises an eyebrow, then lowers that same eyebrow when you say that aloud. Oh, I'm sure you'll find something to do with this that will put a smile on your face.
Well, since this bullet here weighs about nearly 20 grams, I could make it weigh like at least 20 metric tons. Though, I'm gonna have to add more mass after shooting it, which will be difficult to pinpoint since it's going subsonic. And I have to practice that.
As Greg listens to you say that, he suddenly has a can of a beverage in front of him, and he just says simply, continue, as this is incredibly intriguing.
Oh, well, it's an old weapon system that we had in my world. Not used anymore since it was considered immoral if you hit someone with that kind of force, since there'll be nothing but red mist left.
Interesting.
It was mostly used for hunting down monsters, since the monsters we had back there were heavily armored.
I see. Very interesting indeed.
Riku, will you allow me to do this, by the way? Because it's really stupid what I have in mind.
We'll figure that out when we get to that point.
Alright.
As for you, my red-haired friend,
Hello.
I bestow upon you this bottle of green ink.
Oh. What does this bottle of green ink do?
Well, should you choose to take its contents and apply it to something, that something will float. I forget what the actual name of this stuff is called because, well, let's just say that Alex and I played a card game that he lost. And I'm going to leave it at that. And Greg has this really mischievous grin on his face, and you can hear the shaking of armor not too far from you.
Anger.
So say, for example, if you, say, wanted to float just because, just put a little bit of it on the bottom of your feet, and for about, for about 6 hours, you will be floating.
Question. Is it just have to be a single drop? Or the more you use, the longer you float?
The more you use, the longer you float. And as for the quantity, it has to be at least, it has to be at least the size of a single gil coin, which for comparison's sake is the size of a quarter.
Okay. Oh dear. There's so many applications I could do with that thing. Oh well. Regardless, this gravity ring is gonna keep me busy for a while.
I figured as much.
Since there's no limitations besides my mana pool. Well, virtually no limitations.
Well, one of my many phrases is the sky is the limit. Do with that what you will. Speaking of doing things, those armor fragments that you have, were you intending to do anything with those?
Honestly don't have any use for them at the moment. I was hoping to upgrade my armor, since I really enjoy using the Falcon armor, but it has I don't remember who mentioned it, but it had an electrical weakness, and I wanted to get that sorted out. I also wanted to reduce its weight, but I think I might have that covered with the gravity ring.
Well, well, well. I'm glad you mentioned that, Because that armor fragment you have, that can be used to negate the elemental weakness.
Oh yeah.
Yep, just go on over and show it to Alex.
Hey Alex, I have these armor fragments. Maybe you could do some modifications to my armor with these.
Oh. Wait. That... What... Where did you get that? He points at the fragment of armor you gained or you got, when you defeated Garland.
This is a piece of armor from Garland. Or what's left of it.
Garland, like the hero of old Garland, the guy who carried around a giant chain. That Garland?
Yes, giant chain sword, loved fighting, loved war, very prideful, very strong. Yes, that Garland.
Hand it over. I can do something with that. Hand it over.
Okay, calm down here.
He picks it up and he holds it to the sky, and he's shaking in joy. Just holding it, he's shaking in joy. And he, without a second thought, very quickly gets to work on it. And in about 5 to 6 minutes of work, he has been able to refine it into a dust-like material. And before you can even say anything, he rushes over to you and he coats all of the armor pieces in said dust. And for a moment, you start to glow. And when the glow fades away, the armor now has a slightly grayish tint to it. But as a result, your Falcon armor no longer has an lightning elemental weakness to it.
Like the color scheme.
I apologize for my sudden childlike energy burst of behavior. I hadn't thought that I would be able to touch a piece of armor from a legend in this life anyway. Man, I was working with that was something else.
You can't blame you then. Is it just me or this feels a little lighter?
Huh? Oh, does it feel lighter? I wasn't intending to make it light, but if it did, cool. I just know that that elemental problem that came with it is gone.
This is real nice.
I'm glad you appreciate it.
Right, there was also another thing I wanted to show. Say, do you know anything about these glass shards?
I will confess, I am not the greatest with glass-like materials. However, my sister in Zterlha, where you guys are headed, she's the glassmith of the family, so you'll be far better off showing those to her than me.
Alright. In that case, she may know something about this dark crystal then. Or sorry, dark shard.
Now, the shard, you should probably either show that to Wizard or show that to Joe. As I also don't really mess with magic stuff like that. Unless it's armor related. If it's just energy, I am not the guy.
Riku, was the star shard a accessory, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's been confusing me for a while. Yashua looks at his other shards. Chaos shard, energy shard. Alright, I'm gonna go talk to the wizard, see if he knows anything about these. But yeah, thanks again for the armor upgrade.
No problem. And, well, I'll save that part for tomorrow when you all get to making progress on what you came here to do. Alex sounds a bit disheartened when he says that part.
Don't worry, I'll come and visit.
I'll be looking forward to those visits.
Tell you what, whenever I come across some materials that I want to do some upgrades or forge new things, I'll come here first and tell you about them.
I very much appreciate that, friend.
I want to shake his hand. Can I shake his hand?
Of course.
Well, in that case, we're gonna be business partners then.
Agreed. As Alex gives you a very firm but very warm handshake. And
Awesome.
once that conversation ends, Zterlha shows up in the distance with a very large bag worth of camping supplies on her back. More than it looks like she should be able to carry. But she's carrying it without a problem.
Jeez, what's in the... Don't tell me that whole bag is just a big old tent.
No, it's just like, 20,000 gills worth of camping material.
20,000.
What? We don't know how long it's gonna take us to get to this next place.
What?
You know what?
Oh dear, Zterlha.
What?
No more
It's
the
not heavy
merrier.
at all.
Yeah, okay, yeah, okay.
Besides, I know a spell to condense it all into a handheld object. Though it does increase the weight, but it's still enough for what we need.
Yes. Mass compression. Make things heavier while you're making things smaller, Zterlha. Brilliant.
Look. I wouldn't have had to have done this if Redhead over there would have bought the stuff yesterday.
Hello? Listen, I had to buy armor and a weapon. That's a different type of story.
You have enough
That
weapons,
big-ass
girl.
pen?
What do you mean?
What if
Yeah,
there's
so it just
something better?
Alright. Well, most importantly, we have all we need, yes?
As according to my list, yeah. For now.
Good. I look at Mel and just sighs.
I also grabbed us a couple of scrolls because I saw a spell that I didn't know, and wanted I wanted it. Simply put.
That's fine. Learning new skills and spells is always beneficial. I see nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, we can get to reading those later. Is there anything else you guys need to do or something? We still got the rest of the day, but we do leave by morning.
No worries. I'm always an early bird. Let me go talk to this gentleman over there. Wizard, was it?
Oh,
There's
yeah, sure, okay.
there's something I needed to ask about.
Okay. I'm gonna go do something. I'll be in the area.
Something, all right? Something. Probably doesn't trust us enough to know what it is, but no matter, that will come with time.
Alright, so now you're
You
talking
can
to
talk
Wizard?
to Wizard, yes. Is his name Wizard?
Yeah.
Right. Wizard, do you have a moment?
Huh? What? Do I have a... Yeah. What's up?
Yashua just pulls out a little sack of crystals.
Ooh, shiny. I mean, where'd you get those?
Yes. How I got them? To be honest, I don't remember how I got some of these. But anyways, point is, since you deal with magic items, do you know how to implement these crystals on anything?
Okay, so for that one right there, he points at the Chaos Shard. I can tell you that there's nothing in particular I need to do with that. You just have to just crush it in your hand and you'll be hit with a surge of positive energy.
Positive energy.
Yeah. And
So why is it called a chaos crystal if it's positive energy?
because, and this is... You know, I could tell you the long, boring magicology answer for it, but the better, more fun answer is that it fills you with fighting energy. It makes you want to go out and kick the shit out of something really, really hard. And as a gameplay translation, if you crush a Chaos Shard in your hand, you immediately gain 50 Limit Break energy.
Huh. Okay. Well, I guess that could be useful in some circumstances.
Yeah.
So what's this energy shard?
This here, if you were to... Okay, again, I'm gonna give you the fun answer for this. So, let's say you were like growing something, right? And you didn't want to wait the typical plant growing time, whatever. You just put that in the ground and suddenly you got full-blown plants. Though for life forms, it makes you move just a little bit faster. And as a gameplay translation, if you were in a situation where you were growing plants or fruits or vegetables, if you put the shard in the ground near the plants, they will immediately grow into whatever you were trying to go. So if you put some poké seeds in the ground, you put that in, you will instantly have pumpkins. And if you use that on yourself for 2d4 turns, you will have plus 10 speed.
Huh. So it accelerates the biological clock for fauna and it makes me run faster. Alright. That could be useful. Lastly, this depressing looking shard.
Oh, that?
It's all black. It's even absorbing light.
Yeah, I don't know how light sensitive you are, but if you are in a closed space, and a closed space specifically, you use that in a closed space, it sucks out all the light in there. Though, the moment it breaks, all that light will come out similar to someone casting Holy right in your face. So it's gonna be really bright.
Do you have more of these?
I think I got like 1 or 2 here somewhere. As Wizard is looking for them, you can see something moving about in his hood as he mutters to himself, I can't find these damn things.
Yasha just looks at his hood. Like, what is there, like a small animal in his hood?
No, you can see objects bouncing back and forth in his hood.
Oh. Say, maybe you accidentally put it in your hoodie?
My hood, why would they be... He reaches in his hood. Oh. Huh. I guess I did put them there. Well, here you go. He just gives you 2 more dark shards for free.
How much do you want for these?
Nothing.
Oh,
I mean,
guess.
you've already done enough for the village as a whole. I don't really see any point in charging you these when you're about to take off, you know?
Well, well, I guess, if that's how you feel. I could really put these to good use. Gonna have to figure out how to get more of these, though. These will give me a huge tentacle advantage.
I'm sure you figure out something to do with them. Anywho, I have got to make like a leaf and blow in the wind, because I have another village to get to in like an hour.
Well, better get moving then. Sorry to keep you.
No, it's fine. I decided to linger around on purpose anyway. I'll be back to see you off in the morning though.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then.
Sure thing, bud. Alright. Mel, is there anything you want to do? Anyone you want to talk to?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Unless I can get like better armor, but I'm pretty sure I can't, so I am set and ready to go to the new location.
Joshua? Anything else you want to do?
I was gonna ask about new spells, but I'll save that for the next town. Since it's a new town, I'm sure there's gonna be new stuff to check out.
Alright. Well,
Where's the Dark Shard? Oh, there it is. Alright, 2
with
more.
that being said, you all, one of you two, doesn't matter who does it, you send a text to Zterlha, and you all tell her that you're going to the tavern to just go hang out there for a little bit until nightfall. And when nightfall comes and you all are asleep in the inn, you all wind up having the same dream. And in said dream, it is dark. It is cold. It's unnerving, so to say. And you can't see past your hand, but you feel compelled to walk forward and keep walking forward. And eventually, you see your companions on each of your sides as you all more or less huddle together and keep walking without a word or any sudden movements. And you come across a door. And you reach out to open that door. And suddenly you are greeted. You are greeted by God. Again.
Oh, it's the first time I see this character.
Oh yeah, you weren't here when Khora
Yeah, because I was at
introduced.
work.
Yeah.
So this is Khora. Okay, okay. What a dashing motherfucker. Holy.
No. He kind of is dashing.
Yeah, right?
And for those of you who have not met him, at least listening to this on the YouTube side or what have you, Khora is he's a very attractive, young-looking man. He looks to be about in human time, his 30s. He has a very nicely trimmed goatee. His hair is long, flowing, luscious, and blonde. And he has a small son floating behind him at all times, but it's not particularly painful to look at. Anyway, getting back to the story. Oh. Well, hello there. I assume you're here because you received my summons, yes? Oh wait, did I summon you? Ignore that. So, adventurers, how's things been going for you lately? And I see you have a new companion with you.
Yes.
Oh,
This
I
is
didn't even notice
Drava.
Drava was here too with us.
Ah, yes, we've met before, haven't we, young lass? Yeah, hey, how's it going? Haha, you're not mad at me, are you? oh, youngin'. I as a deity, don't really have room to be angry at people who make certain decisions, and well, the circumstances that led to the ones you've made were indeed unfortunate, but I fully understand why you made them. Regardless, I sent for you all, which I still don't know if you've received it or not. You're just found your way here. I just wanted to, what do the mortals call it? Checking in on people? Is that what you all call it?
Yes.
I guess.
Ah, well, yes, I'm here to do that. How have things been for you? I've been looking in from time to time.
Well, if I'm gonna be honest, it's been quite a roller coaster ride.
Khora looks confused when you say that. What's a roller coaster?
An
Right.
experience. It's a very, very.
It was a bumpy experience. Some positives, some negatives.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. As he responds, a notebook pops into existence with a pen and it's writing on itself. Interesting.
Just takes note of the rich
Hmm.
roller coaster. I love this character already.
Oh, then.
Anyway,
That's one response. You, Miss Mel, how's your personal experience been with all this so far?
Honestly, pretty great. Everything about this has been very entertaining. Met a lot of new people that I enjoy spending time with, especially from the world that we used to be in. Had the ability to finally meet them for once and talk to them.
Ah, yes. Finding good in the negative. That is one thing I've come to learn many, many times that mortals are exceptionally good at. As for you, Miss Ma'am, this is certainly not the first time we've had this interaction. And I know how things have been for you. And, well, my omnipotence aside, or rather my selective omnipotence aside, now that you are with this new group, which I want to say that not as a god or deity, but as a person, if you will consider me as such, I am proud that you decided to take this step again. And
Oh.
Zterlha takes a moment to soak it in, and she nods in response, and she says, well, if it wasn't for these guys snapping me out of being a bitch, to be honest, and then being interrogated by Angela and watching and witnessing their determination firsthand, I would have been angrier with myself had I decided not to join them again. Or, not again, but join them and be an adventurer again. So, thanks, Khora. And Khora takes a silent drag out of his cigarette, and he just blows the smoke out. Not at all, friend. Not at all. Pleasure's all mine. As well, I was the one who gave you the second choice at life, and you've put it to good use. Put it to good use. Now, the other reason I called you all here is because things are, as you should expect it to, going to become much more perilous, dangerous, and life-threatening for you all.
that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, it shouldn't surprise you, to be entirely fair. And some of the things in your immediate futures will test you. They will test your mental capacity. They will test your emotional fortitude. They will test your physical limits. And I suppose my... what's that saying? Wise impartioning... wise... mentioning... He frantically flips through his notebook. It was here. Here, yes. Words of the wise. Do not allow this perilous journey to make your hearts cold, make your hearts out of stone. Things will get disturbingly close to breaking you, and there will be many in opposition that will make you, for a brief moment, consider changing your mind and turning your back. I beseech you, and as a formal request, do not allow that to happen. You all are... From what I have seen thus far, you all are more or less the greatest current hope that Palamecia has for its survival and salvation. And, to be frank, the current only opposition in the face of the Devourer and its creator. And I don't mean to frighten you all or anything, but as an overseer, it's my duty to say these things to you now that you have made it this far.
Devour and its creator.
Wow.
Oh boy. In here, I thought I saw it all.
Well, trust me, I may be an overseer, and I may have the ability to look into any dimension that I am given dominion over at any given moment, and even I still haven't seen it all. And I've been doing this for, let's say an immeasurable amount of time. I've been doing this for such a time so long that there is no quantifiable method of describing it.
So you're primordial then.
My sisters are primordials. I am not.
Huh. Well. Wait, hold on. Does that mean you saw what was going on in our dimension beforehand, or you didn't have any access to it?
Well, I happen to, as some mortals put it, tune in as things were happening in the moment. And if I hadn't seen it when I did, you all would be in the afterlife right now as we speak. But thankfully, what I saw it when I did, and it was then that I decided to give you and yours, specifically from your world, a second chance. Now then,
Great.
I do believe morning is rapidly approaching Word of Palamecia, as time flows incredibly differently here. Because I can say that you all have been here for about So in my time, you all have been here for about 2 minutes. and you all went to sleep around midnight or so in Palamecia, and it is nearly 6 a.m.
Oh shit, we're gonna be late.
Oh dear. Get your bags!
Now, once you all exit from the door you came in from, you will immediately awaken from your slumber. I just have one thing for each of you. And Joshua, if you could show me that pure, clear crystal you have, and you don't even get a chance to take it out of your pocket. He just magnetizes it towards him, and it's your save crystal that he has. And he makes copies of it. So, you have one, Mel has one, Zterlha has one, and even though Ice and Saradin aren't here, they have one too. I believe, what was that lad's name? Think Joe, that was his name. He made this into what Palamecians call a save crystal. The official terminology for it is a soul container. And I'm sure it was explained to you how it works, but yes, those are what these crystals are called. Now with that, off you go. You have things and such to do, and we'll talk again later. Much later, but we will talk again. See you later.
Bye bye.
And with
Enjoy the
that,
show.
you all exit from the doors you came in from, and you all wake up in the inn once again.
Joshua just like completely sits up and we're like, oh, that was trippy.
I felt like I didn't sleep at all.
Joshua just falls out of the bed. That was real trippy.
Now that was a roller coaster.
So, you get dressed, you take your showers or your baths or what have you, and you all converge in the center of the inn. And the three of you, talk amongst yourselves for however long about what to do and your expectations for the journey and excuse me, and how you're gonna manage on your way there. As Zterlha does one last look over of her equipment, and she nods to herself and gives herself a little fist bump. Not fist bump, fist pump, air fist. And she hypes herself up and, alright, I am ready to go, and I will be right back.
Dribble or you?
I think that was Riku.
Yeah, I think that was you.
It's so perfect. That fist bump was adorable though, how she just hyped herself up.
Yeah.
We should poke her for it.
Technically, I can't because Riku can't voice her. Or I can voice her. Oh my god, Mel, you're like amazing.
I am returned.
Oh,
No,
welcome back.
don't do that again, Poker.
Whatever I didn't hear, I'm gonna hear it in the recording. I listened
Oh,
back
no.
to it.
Well.
Wow. Editor, cut that shit out.
I am the editor.
All right.
Someone hacked the recording.
Okay, but yeah, so much for that. But yeah, just now when when you mentioned Dreva hyped herself up by doing a little fist bump in the air, we were gonna like poke her for it. Like, oh, isn't that cute?
I mean, you go for it if you want to.
I poke. Poke, poke.
Huh? What are you poking me for? What?
You're cute.
Listen, it's too early in the morning for this. Your teasing usually waits until like the afternoon. What? Why?
Please, teasing doesn't have a time.
Yashua just laughs and just kind of like pats her in the head and says, "All right, let's get going."
I have to be sure not to do that around you. Even though that's kind of impossible now. Whatever. Let's go. She storms out of the inn. And you all follow behind her. And you see pretty much everyone from the village waiting for you.
Oh.
And Mayor and Angela, they step forward, and Angela, with teary eyes, sends you all off, and she starts like hardcore sobbing, like a mother would when their child is about to go off and live on their own, and they're proud of them, and it blah 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 blah. And she's
I
like,
go into. Can I give her a hug?
oh no, she's already hugging you.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure.
Yep. She's already hugging you, and the girls are hugging you too, and Mayor's fighting off tears and stuff, and everyone else is, in a way, clapping for you and giving you words of encouragement and whatnot. And once Angela finally stops sobbing, she speaks. Okay. So, as much as I don't want you guys to leave, you all have a job to do. And I have the utmost absolute faith that you all will get there safely and, you know, do what you guys do best. She wipes another tear from her eye. So, that associate of Frankie's I mentioned, they're going to meet you halfway, and I've given you all a map, and I've marked where you all need to go, and there's a body of water that once you all leap into it, you'll pop out on the inside, and they should be there waiting for you. From there, it should be about a 2-day walk. I don't know what that would be in flying speed, since you all can fly. But you all take care and be safe, and God damn it, Mayor, honey, I can't do this. I can't. And Mayor takes over, and he says that once you all get there, even though you all are grown adults and adventurers and whatnot, let us know. And from there, whenever you want to visit or come by, you know how to get here. And Ifrit jumps from where she is, and she picks the three of you up, and she hugs you too. And she's like, when you guys get a little stronger, come back. Adam and I will be waiting for you. We can't wait to see how much better you're gonna get from here. Alright, before I start crying, you guys go on ahead and get out of here. And once Ifrit puts you all down, the entire village gets super loud in praise and applause and encouragement and shouting and crying tears of joy. And the three of you all look at each other, you look at the village, you give a tearful wave goodbye as you all activate the flight mechanisms from your armor and take to the skies. And if there's any departing words you want to say, you can say them now.
I'm not very good with goodbyes.
Oh. Same. Fuck. Well, this is not for our
Joshua just
characters.
yells, "We'll keep in touch. I'll send messages with with a compassionate look on his face."
Zterlha, she looks to the village and with trying her hardest to fight off tears, she says that she will be back because even though she hadn't been there very long, the place has become a home for her. And whenever she has a chance, she will come by, even if it's just for a cup of coffee or a meal at the bar or at the tavern or something. And if there is nothing else to be said,
That's
that
flying to a bird.
is the end of section 1 of the campaign.
Woohoo!
Damn, how long did that take us?
If I disregard the 2 session zeros we had, 15 sessions.
Not bad.
This is gonna be a very entertaining journey.
Yep, that's the goal. Now, I have to give you all your rewards for completing this. And for that, I am going to very slowly hit the stop recording button. So get your comments out now before I do it. You got 10 seconds.
Thank you for tuning in. Like and subscribe. That's all I got. Oh, we're also sponsored by NordVPN.
This is not
No, we're
sponsored by
not!
NordVPN.
Oh my god! Jesus Christ. Alright. Leave a like or else you're not petting my dog.
That's a big threat, Haiku.
That's a threat.
And I will say this for
That is a big threat.
for whoever the potential future listener is, the recording that will be posted after this one will be the beginning of section 2 of the campaign. Very aptly titled Disturbance.
I feel a disturbance in the force.
And now the recording ends. I have hit the stop recording button.